Hey guys, what's going on? I had the great privilege of interviewing Jay Morrison from the Athletic earlier today, and one of the things that I always talk about here is football is a year-round sport where you have to cover it all the time. We just got off the draft. Before that, we had the combine. Now, coming up is the schedule release, and we just found out that the Bengals are not going to be going to overseas to playing any of the games. So I'm very happy about that. Now, I started off this conversation with Jay talking about the potential primetime games, and one of my bold predictions is that the Tampa Bay game that I'm going to is going to be primetime, 8 o'clock, Thanksgiving. And funny thing is, Jay thought the same thing. Check it out.
Well, we had heard that it was between the Vikings and the Bengals for that London game against the Saints, and that ended up being the Vikings. The initial report on Germany was that it was going to be the Buccaneers hosting the Chiefs, and then they even did a Chiefs and Buccaneers fan base kind of thing when they did their picks from Germany in the draft. So I was a little surprised. I wasn't surprised that it was the Bengals, but I thought we were kind of locked in for a Chiefs Buccaneers game in Germany, and they flipped it on us and put the Seahawks over there. But yeah, I like traveling overseas, but having just done London a few years ago, I was happy to see all the games stay in the States this year.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, I'm planning on going to the Buccaneers game. And this is kind of where I know we got the schedule release coming up here soon, and this is kind of my I don't know bold prediction or whatever. I've been trying to make predictions, and I haven't been right on any of them. I thought Leonard Baum was going to go to the Bengals, and I was hoping they get Kobe Bryant. Neither one of those worked out, but this is my new prediction. Is I think for some reason that they are going to have Jackpot Joe Burrow versus the GOAT Tom Brady on Thanksgiving night in prime time at 8 o'clock. What do you think?
Yeah, I made that exact same prediction
Oh,
myself.
did you? Okay, there you go. Great minds think alike.
I did a piece. I went back and looked at the last 11 Super Bowl losers and how many primetime games they got,
Mm-hmm.
and 10 of the 11 got 5 games. The
Wow.
only one there was the Patriots, and I think it was 2012, only got 4. Um, Now some get flexed into more, some get flexed out, but they all originally got 10 of the 11 originally got scheduled with 5. So you feel like that should be almost a template that's the floor where the Bengals will start is with 5. And a lot of people were thinking that Saints game is going to be in prime time, and I'm
Yeah.
just not sure the Saints are good enough or interesting enough to be in that spot on Thanksgiving night. Now maybe that game is in prime time somewhere else, but typically, when I looked at these, I didn't just look at how many they got, but when they got them, which nights they were, who the opponents were, whether it was interconference or divisional. And typically, there's 2 division games and 1 intra-conference game. So that would lead you to believe that it's probably going to be the Bucks or the Saints. They only play 4. Well, no, they play 5 intra-conference games, and the Cowboys are an option as well. But I think Burrow versus Brady would have the TV execs salivating.
Exactly. That's what I've been thinking. I like that. That'd be awesome. Like I said, it'll be I have a blast for me because my wife is from Florida, so we go down to Florida for Thanksgiving almost every year. So I go down there, get to eat some chicken or some turkey, and some stuffing and some gravy, and have a great time, and then go watch football at the stadium. Dude, that'd be awesome. And I would love to see Joe Burrow versus Tom Brady in person. That would be so much fun. And prime time, that'd be awesome. Now, I think since we only had one primetime game last year, like I think there's a good shot we're gonna have 5 at least. I mean, if we have out of the schedule there, what are the 5? Well, 4 more. We know we just said the Bucks and the Bengals. What are the other 4 that you think might be primetime games next year?
Well, I think Chiefs will be one. That's another thing I found when I went back and looked at these Super Bowl losers and what their primetime slates looked like. They love the championship game rematches in primetime. So that just makes all the sense in the world. I think Bills has a really good shot with Josh Allen and the Joe Burrow thing. Those would be the 2 home games. I predicted 3 road games and then 2 home games. And then you're always going to have at least 1, usually 2 divisional games in prime time. So I don't know that the Steelers are going to be interesting enough. I mean, I know the rivalry resonates with people, but it feels like Ravens for sure will be one of them. And then the Browns question with Deshaun Watson, I predicted it would be a Week 15 Thursday night game, because that's later in the year. It's tough to do these quick turnarounds, but if you're staying in state, it's a short little trip. That one just made the most sense. And if they do suspend Deshaun Watson, you would figure he would be back by Week 15.
Right. That was going to roll into my next question is, well, the NFL, I would think they have an idea of how long they're going to suspend him or not. So Browns might not have any primetime games at the beginning of the season. That might have more at the end. So that would make sense for that. But either way, I think it's going to be awesome, because, I mean, last year I was shocked that we only had one primetime game. I thought for sure, especially toward the end of the year, that we would have got more games flex. Like, now, if the Browns game at the end of the year, if that one had actually meant something, I think that one would have been. But I mean, the Bengals team didn't even play in it. Now, when you're saying the Saints one, I think it's going to be interesting when they go there to see how many Bengals fans will be there, because there's LSU fans and there's Saint fans, but there are LSU fans that are LSU above everybody, so they will be wearing orange and black because of Jackpot, Joey Burrow, and Chase. What do you think? How many Bengal fans do you think are going to be there? Now, to hear the rest of me on tonight at 5:30. Sorry if I get my computer to work right. Listen to me at 5:30 to hear the rest of the answer of how many Bengal fans Jay thinks is going to be in New Orleans, and I think it's gonna be interesting to hear what he says. Like I said, I geek out on the schedule. I think it's cool because I'm trying to figure out what game's gonna be prime time. Can they, if we have 5, will they flex more in there? Because they could always flex them even though we have 5, they could flex more. Because look, Bengals are a very popular team. I will just tell you this from experience. You guys watch my show many times. I go down to Florida. From going down to Florida 2 years ago, when Tampa Bay was in the Super Bowl, and wearing my Jackpot Joey Burrow jersey, and everybody going, Bengals, why are you wearing the Bengals? And a year later, people are like, oh my goodness, we're rooting for you so bad. We love the Bengals. They're awesome. I thought they were going to win. But funny how things switch in a year. So I think there's going to be a lot of Bengals games in prime time. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait. Anyway, for more great stuff like this, make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you're liked. Make sure you're locked in. Make sure you're subscribed to Sports with Strawberry Ice, because I'm coming at you 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, always live at 5:30. And I always do something during the day too as well. So make sure you tell your friends, tell your neighbors about Sports with Strawberry Ice. And other than that, that's just sports, baby. And I'll see you guys tonight at 5:30. See ya!